Hello and welcome to The Update. I'm Michelle Stevenson. Well, getting the vaccine rollout back on track has dominated this afternoon's National Cabinet meeting. State and territory leaders have discussed revamping the distribution process, including the idea of actually speeding up the immunisation of people aged 50 to 70. Queensland Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk says the talks were constructive and she's indicating that the reset button will actually be pressed.
Everybody is on board. We know how important it is for the vaccination rollout to work and to be successful, and everybody went into that room with the right attitude, and the Prime Minister will have more to say about that later on in the week as we have our second meeting.
Now, the PM is also refusing to be drawn on what the triggers are for reopening international borders as those flights resume to New Zealand. 25 flights crossed the Tasman today, about 50% of those pre-COVID levels. But Scott Morrison says the pandemic is still raging globally, warning that we can't really get ahead of ourselves.
If there are further restrictions that have to be brought in by states and territories because of the introduction of COVID into Australia, then that won't be good for the economy. It won't be good for jobs. It won't be good for people's health.
Now, veterans are welcoming the announcement of a royal commission into the suicide deaths of those who serve and have served. After years of pressure, the federal government will recommend a broad-ranging and powerful inquiry. NASA will attempt to fly a miniature helicopter 3 metres above the surface of Mars. And Big Bird has gone missing. Thieves stealing the $160,000 costume from the Sesame Street Circus in Adelaide overnight. Taking a look at your sport. Now, the NRL is rejecting the idea of independent doctors to police the concussion rules during a game of football. The Melbourne Stormers admitted to using the HIA rules to their advantage to earn a free interchange. And Nathan Lyon is backing Marnus Labuschagne to be one of the greats after the informed batsman guided Queensland to victory in the Sheffield Shield. In your entertainment news, now Chris Hemsworth is pretty stoked to shoot the latest Mad Max film in Australia. Mad Max Furiosa will be filmed at Sydney's Fox Studios and at locations right across New South Wales.
This will be my 4th or 5th film here in Australia. It's just a dream come true.
It is set to be the most expensive film ever produced in New South Wales. Now, a man's been arrested after allegedly attempting to break into Taylor Swift's New York apartment. The 52-year-old's apparently a super fan and showed up to the singer's pad at least 5 times in the past 6 months. And some sad news for acting brothers Mark and Donnie Wahlberg. They're actually mourning the loss of their mother. The 78-year-old matriarch died following a long battle with dementia. Now, that is the latest from the Nova Podcast News team. We'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.